So when you're African like myself, Nigerians to be particular, you're definitely aware that if you try to throw a party, you have to account for people you have no clue who they are. Oh, one bed, they have to show up because the party is going down. Oh, well, food, whatever it is, they come. But let's say you want to create a list and say, these are the only people I want to allow into my party because my party is so lit. You know what I mean? Um, this is how we can do this with JavaScript. Once again, these are just tutorials. This isn't like the finished work, but just for you to understand the functions and how you use it. All right, let's check this out. So by now, you guys should be familiar with this whole process. Open up the console on Chrome, find the snippet in your sources, and name it what you want. So in this case, I'm going to call it getList.js. All right, so just out of habit, I'm going to title what I'm making here, right? So guest, let's make it my lit guest party. I'm feeling the beat, yeah. All right, so this is actually very easy to put together. Of course, you're just doing something rough here, not major, but it also introduces the concept of an array if you have no clue what that is. So let's say, for example, here I want to create a variable and I would call it my guest list, right? So normally when we talked about variables in the past, we've just talked about like one input, but if you want to put multiple inputs, we'll put it as an array. So you have the square brackets. So let's include the strings of the people I want in my party, which is a lot of people, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just gonna put random names that come to my mind so no one feels like they've been left out. All right, so let's go with Sonny, of course. She's definitely at the party. She's the life of the party here. Let's put Lily, because my little one has to enjoy herself. Let's put, well, I mean, let's see who else. My name, or maybe there's someone else who's named after me as well. Let's put, Joe. Yeah, Joe is really good at getting down. That's my white friend that can dance. Let's see, Jim. Yeah, I think Jim can dance too. Well, who knows? We'll see if he can do some dance moves for us. All right, some people I can guarantee can dance. Dyer. I know Dyer can get it down. Let's see, who else can dance? Let's put my Yemi, because Yemi is the light of a party. He definitely knows how to party. Let's put Femi, of course, because Femi knows how to bring all the goodies as well. See, the list is going to continue. You can see where the problem is here. Whenever we throw an African party, already the ones I know, it's the list just continues and we can go on forever. All right. Let's make it 10 people. 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, one more. Who should I put in here? Let me just name Tim. I have no clue who Tim is, but actually, let's put Jason. Jason. Oh, I know Jason can show some moves. Now I want to put Ryan. Oh my goodness, this is gonna continue, James. Okay, let's stop at this. Everyone else, just send me your invites. I'm just kidding. But you get the gist of it. So you can just continue creating strings like this where you put names and you continue to include the people you really want in the list. So this is easy. The next thing that's interesting now would be a prompt. Let's say we want a variable and we would make it the guest name. So let's say the person comes to your party and you have this computer in front of them. You want them to input their name and it's going to see if they're on the list or not, or just tell them something funny. All right, so for this, we're going to do a prompt, as you guys already know. Prompts to ask them for their name. So we'll say, what is your name? So I can check the list. Check if you are on the list. Something like that, right? Question mark. All right, so now we've created these two scenarios. We've created a variable with the actual list, which is the guest list. Now we're prompting for people when they come in to put their names, which should be the guest name. Now, the way we will check if someone is on the list is what something we call includes, right? It's dot include. So let's say the list we have here is guest list. Then we do dot includes, and we want to put the guest name in there, right? So what this actually does is to check in the guest list to see if the name is in there, right? So it's checking in the array to see if the name is in the list. All right, so let's use some conditional statements here, which you guys know already. If or else statement, and let's just make it a function, just because I want to. And I'm gonna call it my lit list. Yeah, I'm just taking advantage to put anything I could let you guys know how my party is gonna be lit. All right, so let's say if, and what we want to do here is the condition is saying if the guest list includes a particular name, right? And in this case, it's gonna be a boolean, right? It's gonna be true or false, right? So I'll leave it like this. In reality, if you want to get complicated, you could write equal to true. But this is just saying if the list, the name is included in the list, this is what it should say, right? So let's do something like return. What should we let it say? Let's start with the name. That's what's the hardest stuff I can say here? Let's say welcome. Let's start with welcome. I want to welcome you by name so you feel welcomed, right? And put some space in there. Welcome. And of course, we're just gonna put the guest name there because that's pretty much what the variable is. You want them to tell welcome Joe, for example. I hope you brought your dancing shoes, right? Something like that. I hope you brought your dancing shoes, right? Cause this party is going to be lit. Some of those things I feel like I just learned a new word and I don't know what to do with it. All right, so that's one scenario. Of course, the other situation is else. What do you want to tell them? Who on earth do you think you are trying to get into my party? No, that's kind of rude. Gotcha. No. What's not gonna be too rude? I don't want to say you imposter, right? I say, oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. You are at the wrong party. Maybe what should we say? Sorry, buddy, you are at the wrong party. Maybe later. I don't know. Okay, I can't come up with something cool with that. But yeah, I think that should be fine because I don't want it to say sorry and call your name. I don't even want the computer to associate with you if you're not invited to my party. I'm just kidding, right? Just say sorry, buddy, you're at the wrong party. Maybe later. All right, I think that should work. So something this simple should pretty much be able to see if the person's in your list or not. All right, so let's check this out. Make sure everything is fine. Looks fine to me. We already created this function guest list. We really don't need this. I just wanted to use that to show you what's going on in there. And now I want it to give an alert back. So I'm just gonna alert the function I put in there, which is my lit list, right? So I think we should be good to go. Let's try to run this and see if we would know for sure. All right, let's start with Joe. I say Joe comes to the party. He says, what is your name so I can check if you're on the list? And Joe says, Joe, of course, I know. He says, welcome, Joe. I hope you brought your dancing shoes because this party is going to be late, right? So Joe is accepted. Now, let's say someone comes in here and their name is what? Let me say Carter. I don't know. I'm just coming up with random names here. And sorry, buddy, you're at the wrong party. Maybe later. All right. So this is, of course, we know we could do it else. If we could include more output where it's going to be much more fun for whoever is looking at it, whoever comes. If you could even do for a certain name where you could create a list and say if it's this particular person, you say, oh yeah, I've been waiting for you. Things like that. You can make it work whichever way you want. All right, that's it. As usual, if I think of something else that's functional, good, and fun, you guys know I'm making a video for it. See you later.